Hi guys, it's a beautiful morning once again and welcome back to Dexter's World channel. I'd like to share with you the excitement of breeding this goldfish. This is not actually the usual vlog that I used to show to the viewers, but I'm so much excited to see this big or jumbo line goldfish that are really busy spawning the eggs, and I deem it necessary and very helpful for those who are beginners about this business. Well, I have to say that this is gonna be a lucrative business, as I always say. If you're gonna breed good lines of goldfish, and you will be able to raise the fry and sell those fries to the market. And you will see here that I have this very long spawning tank, and I put in here some dozens of breeder goldfish. They are all orandas, and they are actually the big lines that we have acquired from Thailand. These are already island born, but the parents of this are from Thailand, and you will see that they are big. You will see here, and all of them are chasing. All of them are actually spawning their eggs, and I have some 6 or 7 pairs right here. And let me tell you about the basic tips on how to become successful in goldfish breeding. You will see that the spawning tank is already very big and long, and the water of this is already aged, and that is the number one tip that I can tell you, that the water requirement is really very strict insofar as this breeding of fish is concerned, because if the water is not good, then all of the eggs will not become hatched. And number two, if you are breeding this big fish, you have to employ some techniques in order to maximize the production of the eggs. And this is what we call the hand stripping. Now, this hand stripping is a case-to-case basis, because if you're breeding small fish, well, they are so agile that they can just spawn their eggs. They are so active. But the bigger ones has difficulty in spawning their eggs. That's why we have to make some human interventions, which is the hand stripping. And I would like to somehow demonstrate a little bit of it. I already have practiced this one for the big lines, and it's good. It's really very effective. As long as you can handle your fish without damaging them, well, go on with the hand stripping. And the hand stripping should be done like this. So I have here the 2 big orandas. This is the male and this is the female. So I would like to maximize the spawning. I would like to massage the body of this and squeeze a little bit the body of the male so that the male will come out. And this should be done very gently and just like that. And you have to put that here. Wow, see? And there are many eggs coming out. Yeah. Oh, and I have to squeeze a little bit here. Wow, there are milk coming. And these are the basic things that, goldfish breeder is doing. And I would like to tell you also that we have to provide them with, this oxygen. Because if this tank is lack of oxygen, then the breeder fish will not lay eggs because they are busy gasping for breath and they are not on their A1 condition. Of course, if you will use the submersible pump, you will lift this a little bit so that the flushing of the water would be good for the goldfish. So the more flushing, the more chances of egg production, because they will not be gasping for their breath. And another thing is the use of this nylon strands. These are also very effective, and maybe you will ask me, Dexter, which is more advisable, the live plants or this nylon strands or nylon rope, what you may call this? Well, I have to say that it depends, because if you are breeding indoor, you can use the aquatic plants, because the aquatic plants will not die. But since this is very exposed to sunlight, using aquatic plants is no longer advisable, because this is not the normal tank of the aquatic plants. So you have to cut them and then place them here, and there is a tendency that these aquatic plants will die and will spoil the water and will affect the eggs. The eggs will not become hatched, or maybe there are eggs that are hatched, but it's very low in terms of percentage. So this is here, and I'm telling this because this has been our success in using this nylon trans. And you will also note that after 3 days, depending upon the temperature, because we have to 3 to 7 days the hatching period, but if the eggs are really fertile, you will see already some fry after 3 days or 72 hours. You will see the kind of eggs. If the eggs are actually very clear, it's not cloudy, then the eggs really are fertile eggs, they're good eggs, and you can expect higher hatchability when the color of the eggs is either orange or yellow and not this white. And the fry care is really also very important. After you have seen all the fry, you have to add more water, because this water may be somehow be contaminated because of the milk of the female goldfish. And adding the water is also very sensitive. You have to add water which has the same temperature with this small amount of it, just about 20 or 30%, when you're gonna see the fry already swimming. And there are many failures actually that I have experienced, that over the years, 20 years, I have honed my skills in goldfish breeding, and this is now what is the result. We are producing massively thousands of goldfish, and we were able to establish actually the pet store. Actually, that 2 branches of pet store that I have established over the years is a product of goldfish and other ornamental fish breeding. And to tell you honestly, I really would like to share this, because there are some of those goldfish keepers who wanted also to breed their goldfish, did not able to become successful. Number one, maybe because of lack of time, lack of facility, and lack of focus. And these are the things that would really affect the success of our breeding. And maybe you will ask, Dexter, is there a need for us to feed the goldfish while spawning their eggs? My answer is no, because all the foods that you will give will just contaminate the water. So if you intend to breed your goldfish, you have to give them good food a day before the intended breeding. And normally we breed our goldfish at dawn. They will have no other time laying their eggs, because they are laying this at dawn, only at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And another question that you are maybe interested to ask is, how about the eggs after the spawning? What we gonna do for the eggs to be hatched? Well, you have to aerate the eggs. And if you are breeding in a facility where sunlight is really very high, you have to cover that. But in our case, since we already have this net, we are not anymore covering this. And we have to also provide with, good aeration to the eggs, so that we can ensure that the hatchability is so high. And this one is no longer needed, of course. This submersible pump, this will be turned off after they're gonna spawn their eggs, because I'm sure that this will affect the hatchability rate. If this kind of flashing of the water will continuously happen here in the spawning tank, then this is not advisable. Only the air pump. It's good that we already have 2 air pumps, and it's already good. This one is provided only for the breeders. After they breed, we have to turn this off. It's been 3 days that we have bred our goldfish, and you will see what happened. You will see now thousands of fry of this quality goldfish. One of the things that make me happy is the ability to be able to produce this kind of goldfish. And you look at this, guys, this fry is already bigger than the other fry of goldfish. And the reason for this is the parent stocks that we have used in here are the jumbo lines. That's why they are already big. In just a matter of 72 hours, you can see already that they are wigglers. So the fry care is very important. Of course, we have to feed them with live food. And in giving of the live food, we have to bear in mind that the clean live food should be given, not the dapnia coming from direct from the canal or in a swampy area where you got this dapnias. After how many days, after they become already very visible, that's the time that we have to gather them, we have to collect them, and then we will put them in the plastic bags and we will transport them to the mud pond. And talking about mud pond, this is very important in growing our fish because number one, you only have to raise them for 3-4 months and you can already see big goldfish that can be sold in the market. But raising them in a concrete tank will certainly make the difference. Well, the difference is the time that you needed for this goldfish to grow because at the mud pond, they will grow in 4 months time, where in the concrete tank, maybe you will grow more than. That's 8 to 10 months. And if you're doing business, of course, you have to prefer the mud pond as our grow out tank. One question that I was very entertained to answer is, why is it called goldfish when some are black, some are not gold, there are white, there are yellow, but why they are called goldfish? Well, I have to answer this. They are called goldfish because they are all-time favorite. All these fish are all-time favorite. There is no season for it. That's why they are called goldfish. Well, all of us would like to have the gold, and no one will dislike the gold because this is very pricey. And this is also the reason why they are called goldfish, because they are so pricey and they are all-time favorite to all people. All walks of life will like goldfish. And this is the thing that we can share with you so far. I hope you will continue to like and share our videos. And if you wanted to learn more about breeding of goldfish, we have so many sharing about this. Please browse our other videos about goldfish breeding and you will learn a lot. And I would like to see you in my next video, only here at Dexter's World!